Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to do something a little bit different, come on live and kind of talk to you about how you can build a kit. Now, this is going to be a real short video before I go to my process video and put you guys on fast forward, but I just kind of wanted to share a few tips that helped me because I remember when I really wanted to branch out from using a collection within itself. And start using stuff that were scraps, and use up my scrap bin and kind of mix and match different collections. So now I do it a little bit different each time, but let's go ahead and talk to you about how I did it today. Now I am currently working in my son's traveler's notebook. I'm almost done. I think I only have like 2 more layouts. And so when I was going through my scrap bin, because that was kind of like a challenge for me, I really wanted to use stuff for my scrap bin. And that's because it's a smaller scale that I'm scrapbooking today. And so I do almost the same thing with pocket pages, where if I don't have enough cards to fit that layout, I always go to my scrap bin. All right, so when I was looking through my scraps, I came across this My Mind's Eye indie collection that I believe was released, oh gosh, I think 2011. And I thought this was the perfect size. I mean, it's the 4x8, and I knew that would be perfect for my son's album. And then I also came across this blue cardstock. And I thought, okay, I could use this to mat my photo. And when I mat a photo, sometimes, yes, it might not all the way be over, but I'll cut that and then I'll just flip that over, put glue down and add some more cardstock and then cut it down. Now the seam does not bother me because really when I'm looking through it and flipping through it again, I'm not paying attention to that close of a detail. But once I knew I wanted to use those. I really like the contrast between the orange and the mushroom taupe color against that blue. So then I started looking through my scraps and nothing else was being added to this. And I was like, okay, this is not going to work. Well, it wasn't until I came across this paper right here that I was like, oh, wait a minute. Here's that orangey red and here's that blue. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. This is what is going to give me my color palette for the layout today. Now, normally I would start off with, and this is a huge tip that really helped me when I was starting to branch out making my own kits. And that is when I found a paper, I would pick the one with all the colors in that collection. And that was the paper that I would use. So let's say like Wonder, and then I wouldn't grab any more from the Wonder collection. Maybe I didn't have any more, or I just want to, like I said, use some other papers. I would then go into my stash and look for all the colors that were on this sheet. So once I had that and I had now my color palette, I went back to my scrap bin and I was like, okay, now let's see what I have to work with. And I thought this would be perfect. This little cut apart sheet by My Mind's Eye. This was another color that I thought that actually goes with this collection. And it's just a little bit more saturated than that light blue. So I knew that could work as well. And then I found this cut apart sheet by Create Paper. And I was drawn to the yellow and the craft. So I knew I could work with that as well. And then I have a little bits and bobs basket that I talk about quite often in my videos. It's right here, and basically it just houses little bits and bobs such as this. So I have a few more pieces of this blue, and I thought this could not be more perfect with that light blue that's in there. So I knew that could work as well. Now, once I had that, I knew that my kit was pretty much set. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but because I'm scrapbooking such a small scale, I really don't need a big kit because honestly, I'm not trying to use this up today. In the past, I have made other kits where it's a little bit bigger, and I am definitely trying to stash bust through that kit and try to use it all up. But for today, I just wanted to keep it really simple and really small and kind of keep it in control. And so then I came across this and I thought about using this, had an exclamation mark and a question. I thought either one of those could be in the title. I didn't really know what though. So this is probably going to be a very slim chance that it's going to make it, but I did like this here. Now, if there's anything else that I need to add, such as enamel dots or stickers, I already, again, know what colors. I can always go into my, section of where all my stickers are and quickly grab some stickers that could match. But for the most part, I think I'm pretty much set. So let's go ahead and get you on fast forward. I do hope this helped you out. If you want a more detailed video regarding how I make my kits, leave a comment below and I definitely will create that. But this one was just a little quick overview of what I do, and I'm hoping that it helps you out today. All right, let's get started. Right, so this is going to be a really fast video. It's going to be under 6 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I prepped my layout before I turned on that camera because I didn't want to hem and haw, which I have done quite often in the past, of being very indecisive of what it is I want to do. And since I really didn't have a starting point except for just that taupe and orange paper, um, I just kind of went with what I had as far as my embellishments, which made it really easy because I didn't have a whole lot to choose from because I was, remember, using all my scraps. So there was that diagonal stripe paper that I was going to use, that I used my pinking die. I used a lot of my dies today to kind of create the embellishments. And speaking of dies, I'm showing you that Simple Stories sticker package because I've been on a freeze for, oh gosh, almost 2 years now, and with the exception of like 2 kit subscriptions, which one just lapsed, and 2 boy collections that I purchased, and that is it within the 2 years. And so I just recently bought a boy collection and a sticker book that cost almost like, I think it was $9. It was by Simple Stories. And it had, granted, it's going to have a ton of alpha. I haven't gotten it yet, but it's going to have a ton of letter stickers in there. But I was just like, wait a minute, I've got these perfectly awesome font alphabet dies that I could use that are almost look the same as my Simple Stories. So I'm going to use that today, and I just basically use my Quick Cuts die. And then I used I'm going to have a little bit of clusters going on. And so here I'm going to place my title, and I cannot pronounce it. If my brother-in-law, who's from Hawaii, he would definitely be telling me, Desiree, it's pronounced like this, but I'm not going to mess it up, so I'm just going to leave it as is. But there's the title. And then there's my cluster at the bottom, using those little bits and bobs from my bin and also from my scraps. And so basically anytime I like to do clusters, I want to make sure I have at least one circle and a rectangle or a square. And that's how I kind of start off my clusters. It's just easy for me to have different shapes, and then I can kind of stack them on one another. Below that title is going to be my journaling, which I did not type up yet, but I wanted to at least share this video with you guys. And then I took that blue scraps that, remember, did not go around my photo, and I basically just layered that up, and you cannot see the seam. I mean, you really got to look hard for it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take that diagonal tag and also the little piece from that style board cut apart sheet. And I'm showing you the stamp set that says Road Trip. That's by Studio Calico. It was an exclusive by Creative in a Creative Bubble, which is an amazing stamp set. It's called Road Trip, but there's also another one called Road Trip by Everyday Explorers on Studio Calico. I have both of them, and they are an awesome stamp set that I think everyone should have, because we all do road trips somewhere, right? Even if it's just for the day. So, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that out. I'm going to use my Amy Tangerine. It's basically a piercing tool mat that came with her sewing kits, and I have every single one that she made or released, and so I've got plenty of those mats, and I just basically cut one in half to use for my traveler's notebook for the size of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adhering that down. I am going to layer that up, and I'm also going to use those heart die cuts that I punched out using my die, and I'm going to make sure that I have them going around in a triangle. Yeah, triangle. I almost want to say diagonal, but into a basic triangle design is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and layer that up. I like the way that looks. I'm going to put lots of glue down because I don't have these in page protectors, because I don't have the, one day I think I'll make the investment of the, what is it, the Citrus Twist albums. I really like those. But for now, this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. Now there's that diagonal paper again that I'm just using up all these little scraps. I'm basically just going to create layers behind that little ticket that says today. And then I'm going to add one more heart right below it so that way you have that visual triangle, and you'll see that here in just a few minutes. Now I think I'm gonna, do I add one more? No, I don't add one more step. I thought I did, but I don't. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and add all those hearts down. And that is pretty much it, guys. Like I said, this is a really quick video because I kind of prepped and had everything prepared so that way you didn't see me kind of just mess around and not, I mean, I probably could have been here for like half an hour if I didn't have a game plan and have everything prepped for you guys. All right, so I do hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you did, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing. You all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.